Greetings and welcome to one of a couple probable videos that we'll be making on this new mobile game called Nikke. Now before we actually get started, let's talk about the big elephant in the room, the fan service that you probably saw plastered all over the, social media. So let's get that out of the way, shall we? Okay, so let's get it out of the way and start with the character that is probably the most prominent, that is here. That is Rappy, and the reason it is prominent is because of this. Yes, there is jiggle physics in the game. You can deactivate them if you don't want to see it, which I wouldn't blame you. It's a little odd, but every single character in the game has something achingly similar, as you can see. Some more, some less, and there are some more questionable outfits in this catalog of characters. As we can see, we've got some extremely well-endowed people.
Hey, I'm busy, don't bother me.
So there seems to be something for absolutely everyone, and we also have some more along the lines of cutesy anime characters.
Check this out.
And we could actually even go and look at every single character in the game.
If you need to get some things off your chest, come see me.
That was a terrible pun right there.
Move over, will ya? I'm bored stiff just standing here. I received a signal to move. May I move? Looks like I've been shedding a lot recently. You called? What do you need?
I need to be ready at all times.
You don't have to tell me. I already know I'm awesome. Welcome. Another busy day for you, I see. Can you teach me how to make friends?
What a pathetic bunch of fools.
Eyes on me, you fools.
So yeah, as you can see, this game has pretty much something for everybody. We even got some actually pretty realistic characters here. Like, you could probably see that somewhere out in the world.
What'll it be? I'll have it done in a jiffy.
So yeah, with the fan service finally out of the way, let's finally get to talking about the actual game, shall we? And see if there's anything worthwhile underneath all the fan service. So let us start with this, the home screen. Here we've got, the mess of a home screen that every single mobile game tends to get, with messages, events, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So let's start with the most basic, where we just were, in the Nikke menu. So here we can see everything about every single character that we currently have, and maybe not if we go into library, but this is the important part. Their level, their power. This is how a character's strength is determined inside the game. It's added up between all the characters in your squad, and that tells you how likely you are to actually beat a certain level. We've got their element here. As you can see, elements deal 10% extra damage to another element. I don't believe it goes the other way around, so it's more of a circle instead of a rock, paper, scissors kind of thing. This is their type of weapon. She carries a shotgun. There are, I believe, 6 weapons in total. We've got shotguns and submachine guns, then assault rifles and machine guns, sniper rifles, and then rocket launchers, which includes grenade launchers. And that actually plays a relevant, point in each mission. Then we've got the role. This hasn't impacted my gameplay too much yet, although I expect it to do as I advance more into the game, because the small percentage of buffs that it gives in their skills will probably become more powerful as we go up in level and go up in power. And this company is for something we'll look at later, because each one of them comes from a particular company and pretty much fluff for the game. Then we've got their equipment here. It's pretty much your standard equip, unequip all. Equipment with these colors down below can be upgraded. Do we have anything to upgrade this one here? We do not. Now skills here. Now skills are where each character starts to differentiate itself from the other people with the same weapon. So I can see here the shotgun has ammo capacity, reload time, control mode is pretty normal. There's also charge, and I believe there's held down for the machine guns. And their relative skills. They also scroll down a little bit, as you can see here, and each one affects things differently. In hers, her final burst skill is all items with a shotgun get 3 extra shots for the next 10 seconds. And rifle, they got a couple shotgun users, so not really that useful right now. And cube is for something extra that right now I only have equipped on her. It's a bit something more advanced, but this one gives her these stats right here. So pretty powerful. And in this case, it actually helps her because she uses a machine gun, as you can see here. The high ammo capacity means you want to leave her out as often as possible, taking damage, unfortunately, so it can rev up and deal maximum damage. But as you can see here, the character window is pretty much box standard. However, there is something you might be noticing on here. These green levels here. And I believe, nope, that's it. Yeah, it's actually there, right behind their ears and here. So that is a synchro level. And what that means is that you have assigned these. You start out with 4, but you can pay currency to increase the amount of characters. You assign them to synchronize with the lowest level of your top 5 Nikkes, per se. So in my case, my top 5 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And because she is the lowest, anyone I have synchronized will be her level, or the lowest if I end up leveling her up. And this is a system I really like, because it means you don't need to invest a lot of resources into leveling everybody up in terms of elements, weapons, burst levels, and all that other stuff. So I really like this system. The only downside is it seems to be limited to 5 characters at the moment, and you need to pay currency to unlock more, but it's definitely a nice system. And outside of that, we've got the usual... Go over here, and we can see they've got alternate outfits that you can unlock and stuff like that. I only really have one, which is... Oh, there we go. Hers, I'm not sure where I got this from. Might be a pre-login bonus, I'm not sure. But this is her standard outfit, which is pretty much very Russian. This is very much White Russian. But yeah, that is the characters. And with that out of the way, we can actually go back into the main part of the game. So squad menu is where you set up your squads. You can have up to 5. Right now, I really don't have a use for this at the moment. I suspect that eventually, a more advanced gameplay, you'll have like a full shotgun loadout, a full range loadout, element base, or something like that. But right now, it really isn't that useful. Inventory is your standard inventory. You've got stuff that you can open up to gain a certain amount of stuff. I don't know what I need from these yet, so I have not opened them. Currencies for stuff for upgrading character skills, pretty much standard. And these things. Now, right now, I've been acquiring these things through login bonuses and events and some other stuff. And as you can see here, we can recruit a super rare or double super rare, well, Nikke. So let's do that, shall we? Let's see what we get.
I've got some testing to do that's pretty interesting. Wanna come help out?
Hey, we don't have her yet. Nice. Let's see, she is, I believe that is, what is that? That might be a sniper rifle. Let's see, then she's assault, she bursts 3. She's friends with Drake, and that's pretty much it. So hey, not bad, we didn't get a duplicate. So now let's do this one for, see what we get. Oh, we got a copy of her, and that got us this. I'm not really sure, let's see. As compensation, whenever you hand a Nikke spare right to although the currency dark net, they can also be used in body label shop. This body label shop is something for our HQ. I have not unlocked it yet. And now the recruit. So this is your typical gacha thing. You've got fancy animations. You've got a special recruit banner here. These are the type of currencies you can use, and I believe this is the currency you gather up as you pull in these gachas. This is for the special one, and this is for the normal one. In order to guarantee this character, you need... How much was it? If you go to the mallet shop, we can see.
You can take your time.
200 currency. So the other thing is this currency does not go away. If you compare this to a game like Princess Connect Redive, where the exchange currency from the special reader banners goes away after every banner, this is actually pretty nice. So if you do 200 summons, you're guaranteed to get Helm at this moment. And 200, it is 10 tickets. I only have 5 at the moment, so we can't do that yet. But I believe it was 3,000, so that would be 60,000 currency to guarantee a character, give or take. If you go over here, yeah, so it's 3,000 per, and we do it. So yeah, 60,000 currency to guarantee the character on the special radar banner. And it's got its own particular set of tickets. The normal recruit has its own tickets as well. It gathers this one over here instead of this one. And you'll find the shop that you can exchange it for rare characters.
Are you looking for something?
Right here.
Let me help you.
Now the thing here that I really like is this wish list. So this is something I wish other games did, and you need to select 15 total characters, each from these 3 companies. And those characters will have a significantly increased rate up. I believe they're actually the only ones available if you go to rate info. Those are the characters I have on... No, not all of them. Wish list not included, I believe. Oh, these can't be included on the wish list because we have not unlocked that company yet. So those are those should have higher rates. I don't know who. Oh, I know who actually Exia is. Okay, so I believe is Exia on our wish list. Yes, so these characters have increased probability to drop by from 0.233 compared to 0.083. So around a 3 times more likelihood of them appearing. There's a 4% chance of an SSR. Pretty much standard gacha rates, but what's interesting is there aren't that many SR and Rs. These are pretty much filler characters, and these are actually useful. You'll end up maximizing these characters pretty quickly, especially as you're incentivized to pull on this banner 40 times using the tickets you get in order to unlock the wishlist mechanic, which is not too bad. Then we've got the premium currency gacha that every single recently launched game has. I will not be pulling on this. I don't need to buy any currency right now. And then we've got the friend point gacha. These little hearts you gain from the friends on your friend list. You can gain 30 a day, so you would have to send tokens to your, I believe is 30 friends for 4 days to be able to roll 10 times to guarantee something. If you look at the raid info, it's very low odds to get anything useful out of this. Mostly SR to maximize those characters. So it's pretty much the... Oh, and we also get mileage shot from here.
This is the electronic integration system of the central government.
I'm not really sure on this one yet, but it looks like it is pretty much your standard gacha. The other thing I'm noticing is she doesn't have that artwork yet, or that one. I'm wondering if they get maximum artwork, if they get limit broken or something. Not sure. I highly doubt it. But that is the basic menus here. Now let's get into the meat of the game. The campaign. So this is your standard campaign map. As you can see, there are enemies on the field. We need to kill all the enemies to advance the check marks, to advance the story. But that is not all. Let's see if we have one on this map. Apparently this is a portal that will take us over here. Interesting. Here is a button that will open a gate somewhere else on this map. Here it is. These gates are usually required for side quests. But that is not all that there is on the map. If you go here, this is a map I cleared this morning. But if you take a look right there on the tree, we have these. So these are relics that are spread over a lot of maps. You can get everything from music to buildings for your HQ and stuff like that. Now I believe, aha, here's another one right here. I looked for them earlier this morning, but I chose to wait to grab them till I was recording. Let's see if that gets us something, and there should be at least one more relic somewhere on this map that I didn't grab. They usually hide them in bushes or behind rocks. Little snowman over there. There should be at least one more. Let's see if we can't find it. Now there's no guarantee that there's a certain amount inside a map. But, oh, there it is. So yeah, they run around. These are little extreme battles that open up as you progress through each map. They can be from doable to pretty difficult. Let's not engage in it. There's no guarantee that I'll engage into that fight just by touching it. You get a confirmation window. There we go, some premium currency, which puts us at 14,000. So we have enough. I have enough for 3 multiples. Still not enough for guaranteeing a character, which is kind of what you want. So with that out of the way and that explanation, let's get back to the current map I am currently on and show you what fighting is like, because, well, fighting is what you're doing a lot of time. Because if you noticed, on the home screen there was no stamina meter. That means you can play as much as you want. However, you are limited by the strength of your characters. So as you can see here, we have critical information that we're going to need for this fight. This is the element, as we mentioned earlier, Nikke's of this element will deal 10% more damage, and this is probably the most important part in the entire battle, the range effectiveness for each weapon. So as we mentioned earlier, this range, so up close, is for shotguns and submachine guns, assault rifles and machine guns, and this is for sniper rifles. Rockets and grenade launchers are immune to this, but they tend to deal not that good of damage against single targets. They're mostly for AoE. So what we have here is that mid-range weapons are the best option, followed by up close with the shotguns, and lastly sniper rifles. And we want to use water element if possible, while keeping our power above 10,000. Now, regarding this power, in my experience, being 500 or less power from a target, from a recommended, is still doable. Anything above that becomes very difficult, and the damage scaling just gets out of control, and you end up dealing no damage, and taking way too much damage yourself. So, let's build a squad for this, shall we? You can always just do auto, which is recommending this team. But let's see, what do we have for water? We've got her, who's a rocket launcher. We currently don't have... We do have a rocket launcher equipped, but she is, in my experience, is one of the best tanks because she has taunt. So when attacking with full charge, taunts for 2 seconds, drawing aggro to us, and then her final burst taunts everyone for 10 seconds, grants everyone invincibility for 3 seconds, and increases her defense by over 50% for 10 seconds for everybody else. So very nice ability there, and less 10% when they get dealt damage to reduce the damage they take, so pretty nice effect from her. So let's see if the computer was correct and we can actually do it with this. Let's see battlefield info as well. It's a standard stage, kill the enemy to win the map essentially. And let's start the battle, shall we?
Time to crush those weaklings.
Okay, now normally you control one character at a time while the rest do their own, and you can move around the crosshair by dragging over here this side of the window. You can switch characters at will and use their weapons however you want. You can also trigger skills over there on the right, as you can see. That is their burst skills. Burst skills are very powerful and they take a little bit to charge up. Or you can also let them use the skills on their own. And we can also trigger auto fighting. You unlock auto fighting, I believe, at the end of the first tutorial map or somewhere along half road to the first actual map. And there's the boss right there. So as you can see, the game will pretty much play itself after that. There are times where you want to target things yourself though. I did have to manually take control of this girl right here, Diesel, in order to finish off the boss from the second map because I had to shoot down a lot of missiles myself. And that allowed us to finally beat that boss. As you can see, once you unlock autoplay, it plays itself for the most part. It still can screw up a little bit. It'll sometimes focus a target far off in the distance with sniper rifles instead of focusing on the boss in the midfield to finish off the map. So you still need to take control every once in a while. We got our rewards and the enemy on the map disappears and we can no longer do that fight anymore. Now, if you hear that and you're wondering, wait, but this is a gacha game and a mobile game, how are you supposed to grind? That is true. That's because in this game there is technically no need to grind out. Because there's no stamina, you're not incentivized to log in the morning, evening, and afternoons to use up the stamina, to grind up materials, to raise up the levels, and you know the drill. So how do you raise level? Well, let's go back to the main hub and show you how, the couple of ways that you actually get materials to raise your character's levels. So one of the most important things here is this, the Ark. In the story, this is some type of underground settlement, and it's where humans live now. It's part of the story, you don't want to spoil too much, but this unlocks the simulation room. This is the first of the 4 things that you unlock. Now, this simulation room is pretty fun because it is a roguelite experience with your operators with a stacking buff mechanic. So right here, it is a completely straight line, but if we begin simulation, and we select the current difficulty that we are on, these are the rewards we can get. I believe I'll do these later because it's not that fun, but let's do rank 2, see how far we can get.
Shall we begin?
Now, these buffs, I believe, are the buffs that I have left behind from my last run yesterday. And I can see they have shapes, so each time you grab a buff, it's going to put a shape here on this line. And the more shapes of that very same shape that you put on that bar, the stronger the buff will be. So, because we don't have any option, let's grab a triangle.
Chop one up for me. Chop one up for me. You aren't
Okay, so Auto, there we go.
Crystal clear who
maybe
gets
at a
what.
slight disadvantage, but I'm not too worried. I'm
So-
sure I'll make a few slip-ups.
So as you can see, she represents the danger room, the simulation. And this is our group. Let's see. Shotguns are not that useful here. And wind, we do have 2 wind characters, so that's good. 3 wind characters, excellent. So she's the only one that stands out as not being that useful. But we can do a quick battle and see what happens, instead of actually going into the battle. So we succeeded, and because we started with a triangle, we want to keep going with triangles. When HP loss falls below 20%, when empty, increases critical hit rate. None of these are that particularly good. But our HP will eventually go down, so let's grab that one.
How's the environment?
And there is our first buff.
Right, is it?
So we're going to have to grab this one to keep the triangle chain going. And somebody's going to take 50% damage to gain this buff. I think they all took 50% damage, so that kind of sucks.
Environment here. Not too bright, is it?
Okay, let's see, more triangle buffs. We could heal them though, which I think is not a bad idea. Restore 20%, which undoes the 50% we just sacrificed for that buff. There's no good buff for us here, so we're gonna have to grab something. Let's grab this one.
You think you've won? Think again!
Okay, we want that. Circle, circle, circle. Let's see. Not that useful. Let's grab this.
What do you think of the simulation room? Quite a trip, isn't it?
Let's see what we can get with the strategic buff.
Not looking good.
So let's go into starting the battle. Now, as you can see, our power went up to 11,000 because of the increased power of one of the buffs we got. So let's show you what these battles actually look like, because you can only quick battle once I believe you've gotten through that specific level and rank of battle. We'll let it play out itself because this really isn't that interesting. You do still have to, let's see, control the boss yourself. And there's no auto-firing or skills in that one. So yeah, we're pretty much dominating this at the moment. That is a barrier enemy, I believe. So you need to take this out quickly. As you can see, our poor sniper girl doesn't really have any targets appropriate for her. There's the boss. There we go. Unfortunately, our machine gun girl took quite a bit of damage. So we'll take a look at their health once we... yep, she took some damage.
Isn't that why we fight?
So now that she's taking a bit of damage, we will want to restore HP whenever possible. She is supposed to have some defensive when she's up top, but they didn't trigger. 5% chance, real time, but it's increase the full charge. Yes, this. So full charge is what happens when we use burst skills in order of 1, 2, and 3. And it is a core mechanic of the game, so we're going to use that.
I should have known that this will be a cinch for you.
You already have one, so let's heal everybody 30%. Yes.
The first simulation has ended. Now, you wouldn't mind choosing a bit, right? You aren't trying to pick a fight with me, are you?
Okay, so here, she is not that useful. We need more mid-range and we need wind. Let's see if we have anybody available. She's close range. She's a rocket launcher. She isn't leveled up, so let's replace her with her. They actually have the same burst skills, where the more burst we use, the shorter cooldown it has. I'm not sure we'll be able to, but let's take a gander at it, shall we? Okay, so because this is a boss, I need to actually manually control everything. So let's switch over to Machine Gun Girl. Aim for the pots, break weapons, obviously. Kill everything we can. There goes the first missile pod. Now, as you can see, this girl has a lot of ammo. That's thanks to her skills. Okay, the pot is dead now.
Let's put our backs into it.
And I can see up top, okay, last health bar of this thing. Because unfortunately our level 1 burst characters died, we no longer have a burst to activate, so not good. Well, this will certainly explain a lot, and as you can see, we were not able to kill it.
Damn.
So they are going down. So as I mentioned earlier, a difference of 500 power is usually enough to make it near impossible. Here we got pretty close. But this is as far as we can go. I need to get, well, to increase their power to be able to beat this one and get rewards. Now, we don't really have anything that we can auto add. We've got a couple 55s. But let's see if we can actually fulfill it. I'm not sure they'll be able to, but miracles might happen. So let's see what happens. So as you can see in training, well, in, what's it called? Not training. In whatever this is called, you can use as many of your girls as you can before you need to reset. It's got 26% HP of its final bar. It is taking damage.
There's no need. The bigger the firecracker. Come on. Give me all you. I'm wasting my time. Let's get this over with. All gone. The bigger the fire.
There we go. They were able to do it. Nice. Mission clear.
Was a great success. Now who's next?
So with that, we were finally barely able to beat this rank. So we shall see what our rewards are for this one. Let's see. No triangles. This is interesting. Loaded ammo by 30%. That'll be better. More shooting. And we're going to get this when it resets. So you don't get the rewards immediately. You get them when the entire thing resets. And now at the end, because we're retreating, we get to pick what buff we want to keep. So let's go with this one. Or we could go with that, but as a star buff, so let's keep that one. And now the next time we go in, we will have access to that buff. As you can see, it's right there. Rewards will be received when the simulation room resets. So as you can see, recommended 12,600 power. We can't do that yet. And this is pretty much a piece of cake for me right now. So I'll do this later. So that is the simulation room. One of 4 rooms we need to look at right now. Now, the next thing we are going to look at is this. No, not the simulation. The interception. So in this one, you fight particular bosses. This is a runaway train. I have not been able to kill this thing either in the open world or here. It is particularly difficult. So let's see. This is our best team. So as you can see, it's got that. Oh, this is not good. Now, the thing about this boss is it starts here because it starts far away, but when it switches to phase 2, which I've accomplished a couple of times, it goes straight into melee. So she'll do more damage, she'll do no damage, she'll be okay damage, and she doesn't care. So let's show you this pain in the butt of a boss, shall we? So allow me while I come over here. Yes, good job, girl. You need to do that. Good, good, good. That's exactly what I wanted her to do. And she got completely destroyed by those missiles. And our middle girl got destroyed. We are on level 5 though, as you can see up top. Finish this one off. That's already weak. And everyone gets taken out but her. And that's it for that attempt. So you can see that thing is very difficult.
Strawberry candies.
So this is a new record for me. I've been leveling up my girls a little bit. You get some rewards every time. And when we go back to the interception screen, instead of trying again, we can just quick battle and get the rewards.
If only a real commander could see this.
Let's do it one more time. See if leaving them on auto lets them do slightly better. Hopefully, maybe, possibly, we'll see. Let's see, how did they do?
Comes high reward. Isn't that why we fight?
Not as high as we did, so yeah. So that's what that is. Definitely something to strive for, and for some resources, but not the most important part. Next is the Tribe Tower. This is your standard tower that you keep climbing up. As you go in,
Environment configurations complete.
as you can see, each time you go up a level, you get some rewards. Current location, and we can scroll up. I believe there's well over 100 of these, which is ridiculous. And it's pretty much the exact same thing. We will have no problem doing this.
Preparing mock battle.
You just keep climbing higher and higher in this tower. There is a ranking system, obviously, because there is. So if you care about rankings, this is definitely the place for you to be.
Perfect. I can try out this new product.
And let's leave it on auto. This should not be any problem for them. We completely overpower them.
Performing reload sequence. Cover. May victory be ours. I'm going to set off all the firecrackers. Cover.
There we go. Success. Not a problem at all. So yeah, the tower is your PvE. Oh, did not mean to do that. Let's exit this for now so we can look at the rest of stuff, because we still need to look at the base and a whole lot of stuff in there.
Would be to have a capable commander.
So let's do this. Let's quit. Let's go back. There we go. Let's go back to the whole screen. And let's go to the last thing in this submenu, the Lost Sector. So this is like a semi-rogue dungeon crawler, where you, let's see, if we go here, you move your little Nikkes around, you fight things, you discover treasures, and you get rewards for exploring everything. And this is the main place to get this, cubes. These cubes, as you saw earlier when we were looking at the girls, can be equipped to multiple girls at once you start leveling them up, and they give powerful bonuses. There are different types of cubes, as you can see. Currently, I still need to clear World 4 in order to unlock this one. They won't even let me look at them, but that unlocks the Harmony Cube things. This is the one we currently have. And as you can see, it has increased hit rate. That's its skill. And as you can see, as we raise it up, we'll be able to equip it on multiple people at once. Grants 290 attack, 11,800 HP, some defense, so that's that. So from here, where do we go? I believe from here, we've done Arc, we've done Campaign, the shop, we'll take a look at that later. Finally, the Outpost, your standard base building mechanic for a mobile gacha game. So here is where you spend most of your time interacting with your girl. So if you go over here and we enter. So here you can see recollection of a story, I believe, micro movies and images, I believe. Those are the ones that we've encountered so far. And brief encounters are what can happen over here in one of those random things. Here you have your music, you can select whatever you want, and advice. This is where you interact with each of the girls each day. You have a certain amount of advising you gain depending on how much you've built up your base, so let's talk to her. And that's it. There's no voicing for those small ones, but 100 from 390, not too bad. And we've got 4 more. You can only advise one girl once per day. So that means you would have to go to somebody else and advise them. You would obviously go with Nova here. Let's advise her. So yeah, she's got a bit of a superiority complex, but as you can see, she's a little awkward as well. There we go. And now I'll have to decide on who do you use it on later. So that's the main room. You will be clicking on that room to advance the story at some point, so just get used to it. Then we have these. These are well, sudden appearances. These are limited by this. This is the only stamina in the game, and this is how much you get per week, as you can see. The much of stamina, so that is that. The infrastructure core, I believe, is this. Yes, if we enter this, here we go. So here we get little bus. Let's see, how do we get more of this? I'm not entirely sure myself. It just happens on its own. Daily advising attempts, auto dispatch, stuff like that. So simple buffs, but that stuff happens on its own. What else interesting is there here? We've got a hotel with another one of these here. Let's see, we've got the training academy here, where we can research essentially buffs. As you can see, we need to construct a hospital, so let's go do that. Let's see, let's build it here. Let's see, construct. Do we have a hospital? Hospital, there it is. We have not connected the thing we need to build it yet. Lost Relics in Campaign Chapter 5. Okay, so we want that hospital. So let's go back to the campaign and check again map 5 where I showed you about the relics and see if we can't find where this thing is. So head into the campaign.
I'm listening.
Okay, we're looking for a relic on the ground somewhere. We've seen there's small shiny things. Oh, hold on, I think that must be it. We got music. I'm not sure if that's the one we need, so let's keep looking. Let's see, nothing there. This is where we start. Nothing there. If I were playing this on my cell phone or tablet, I could actually zoom in, but we're on PC, so we shall do for now. Nothing there, nothing there. Nothing there. Let's see. Nothing in that bush. And we found all the ones here, I believe. That seems to be everything. So let's see if we can't unlock the hospital now. Maybe you don't actually get what you unlock, I think. If not, that means I'll probably have to finish up that EX level over there. So, outpost. Okay, do we have access to the hospital yet? No. So that is what I need to do myself. But that, oh, hold on, our bulletin board is refreshed. Here we go. Unlock when infrastructure core is activated. Can we activate that? Daily advising attempt, dispatch list, yes. Accept all dispatch. Oh, that's accept all, that not deploy. Okay, I get it. Okay, so let's dispatch stuff. Okay, so I can see there are some requirements here. We need to dispatch, we'll dispatch Alice and we'll put you as well. Actually, no. We've got plenty of this color, so let's send you along. Oh, hold on. Here's the auto dispatch. There we go.
Leave the support to me.
That handles that, and you can actually see them fight some of the robots here. If they're not fighting, you can also click on them. And just have see their little chibi sprites, but that's about it there. And let's see, is there anything left to talk about? Let's take a look at the home screen, see if there's anything worth mentioning. Oh, this, okay, this is the resources that you generate at your outpost, so claim all. Nice, that gets us a level up. We need a lot of this right now. Some equipment fodder and some stuff. And then we go back here and this guarantees you all this. You get 1 free use of these once per day. And after that, it costs 50 resources, which we don't want to use, obviously. Let's see, storage, and that's that. So let's, oh yeah, messenger. This is how you increase your relationship with pretty much everybody. They don't instantly open up a messenger discussion with you, but they do open up as you advance the story and get them, I believe. So Ballora, where are we? We're working. She's probably bored. Oh, this game. And we got a little gift that we can give to people to increase our relationship with them. There's individual, there's mission related, this is how you get your side mission, and then there's group related. I'm pretty sure this is just what they went with, a localization. I believe the real translation would be teacher or sensei, not master, I think. She's not wrong, but... oh dear, this game. So as you can see, the discussions are actually pretty entertaining, and they really do shine a light into their personalities. Let's see what else. We've got the events tab here. So this is your continuous login bonuses. This is, as you can see, a very long campaign for you to get Privati there, which is an SSR character, but some of the missions are very difficult. As you can, upgrading equipment 20 times is actually pretty difficult, because you need to get materials to shove into the equipment, but you need to get equipment that is strong enough to be upgraded, and it costs some resources, and you need more of that stuff. Let's see, clear chapter 6, that'll happen on its own. 40, we can probably do this. Lost sector 2, that won't happen until we clear chapter 6. Upgrade to level 70, that'll cost a lot of resources, so that's going to be off. I only currently have one friend, so this is going to be difficult. So yeah, that's that. This is the current event. It's actually a very simple event. You complete missions to get the currency, and you use... oh! Nice, 300. Hold on, is that enough? What we're after is... okay, that's enough for one, but there's 5 remainings, and so we need 2,000 currency. After that, we could grab this, which is 40,000 currency, so ow. But you basically go in here, you do these missions in order. There's repeatable and there's story-only missions. You get 5 of these per day. I am not able to beat this one yet. As you can see, it's way over my head. So I am that one is way beyond me. I probably won't be able to finish the story, which makes me a little sad, but can't do much. Oh, hold on. Yeah, and I can't do hard stages until I complete 10, so yeah. It's the ever grind of you need to be stronger to do harder content, but then you need to get even stronger. So that's that. Then we've got to pick up recruitment for Helm. And there shouldn't be anything here to pick. These are completed, and there should be nothing here. Yeah, I'm not sure why that one's shining, but that's the Events tab. Then we've got the Friends tab over here. As you can see, I only have one friend. If you want to add me to the friends, let's see. Can we add anybody? No, everybody's list is full. As we can see, everybody's list is full. So that kind of sucks. So where is our friend list? What is our friend code? Is it over here in our account? Should be this one here. If you want to send me a friend request, go ahead and do so. I could use more friends, sadly. I did manage to join a union, so that's good. Shooting range, this is basically here you essentially take no damage and just fire off everything you have. We've clearly got a whale here with 138 million? 13,830,000? I'm all the way down here with 2.4 million. We should be able to do a little more though. Let's see, she fires off slowly, so let's put her there.
My strong suit.
And let's see, she's also a rocket launcher, so let's replace it with her. And let's see how much damage the girls can do without taking any damage in return. See if we can raise our rank just a little bit.
Kneel before my mighty firepower.
Okay, 1 minute 30 seconds to deal as much damage as possible without caring about their HP because they take 1 damage, which is literally nothing.
May victory be ours. Wasting my time. Let's get this over with.
How about you shoot what's close by, girl? There you go. That's what you need to shoot at.
One moment. I'll be right back.
Now, as you can see here, we are so far to the right that we can't properly shoot things on the left.
May victory be ours.
Let's see, can they do 1,000,000 damage? Not sure on this. Let's see how they do. They're all choosing to shoot at the same one.
Fire straight ahead. Together.
Yeah, they're actually lowering the HP on that one. So clearly we didn't do particularly better. Oh, we did a little bit better. Still in 9th place though. And with that, I believe we have looked at everything in this game. Now, so what about the story? Well, the story starts off with the usual, you are the main protagonist and you have amnesia. And you are involved in an accident and you are rescued by...
Awaiting your command.
by Rappy, Agnes, and somebody else, and then stuff happened and the story moves along. And that is currently where I am. But the story doesn't pull any punches. Like, you do not have a protagonist shield or a Mary Sue. You get shot, you get punched, and you get a broken leg, and yeah. So in that sense, it's pretty refreshing. And other than that, I do believe... Oh, hold on. Somebody got an upgrade available to them. Oh, okay. What do we get? Piece of equipment, probably? Yes, indeed. Can we upgrade it to level 1? We can! Excellent! Oh, we got a lot of those. Excellent. That means we can upgrade a lot of our equipment. Such as this. I'm only upgrading to level 1 because I need to do 20 of these and I don't want to run out of resources. Like I did here accidentally. Let's see. Level 0. Good. Good. Equip. Excellent. More equipment to upgrade. Level 1. Oh, hold on. That one can be upgraded. This one can. Good. Anything else? Oh, this here. Good. And this one here. I don't think it's enough. It is enough. Good. And let's see, this one here. Do we have enough left over? We do. Excellent. I don't think it's 20 yet. But let's see. I also saw the ability to level up somebody's skills. Let's see, we use her a lot. So leveling this. One enemy unit with the highest attack deals a bunch of damage and increases her attack power. That's pretty too. This is kind of iffy. So let's level this up. Decent damage upgrade. Good. That raises your damage by an extra 1%. Don't really like that one. Let's see, what do you have, Neon? Let's see. After she kills an enemy, 2 allies with the highest attack gain increased critical hit rate. At the beginning of full burst, affects all allies. This I like. Increased critical during full burst. Yes. Let's see, anything else? I think. I believe that's everything. Let's see, the only thing I haven't spoken is Limit Break, which is where you use copies of the same character to increase their maximum possible stats. And they also gain a permanent stat boost, which is pretty nice. So obviously with SSR characters, it's going to take you a lot of time to, well, level it up. Because you need to get copies of that character. And yeah, I do believe that's it. Hold on, she's got something she can do. Oh, equip gear. There you go, very nice. Oh, hold on. Do we have enough to level you up? Probably not. We do not. Sad. So yeah, that is Goddess of Victory Nikke. A game that made itself famous for being full of fan service, but actually has some decently complex and deep systems with its weapon ranges, its elements. It is an extremely strong power creep type of game, as I mentioned earlier, where a difference of power of 500 is enough to make the entire difference in you crushing a level and a level crushing you. And the story is relatively interesting, characters have unique personalities, their voice acting is not that bad.
Commander, what do we look like to you?
Wow, check this out! Have you seen Nikke? I want to tease her a bit, but I can't seem to find her.
Do not worry, Commander. We will protect you.
Master, I just know that one day I'll find a legendary weapon that can hold the bullets I make. Do you think so too?
So yeah, Nikke, a interesting mobile game, and on the final note, this is one of those games that can really warm up your cell phone, especially if you leave the graphics on at full blast. So I'm on the PC, so here everything is set to high, but on my cell phone, I've got simple, I've got graphics set to medium, 30 FPS, medium resolution, stuff like that helps save battery. So yeah, thank you for watching, and we will see you possibly next time, possibly never, for some other stuff. So, well, the emulator seems to have broken. Later.